Angine de Poitrine. I'm trying to make sure I got it right this time. I'm trying to make sure that I put the correct amount of sauce and flavoring on their name. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're having a great day out there. Thank you so much for stopping on in. Let us revisit the band. Let us revisit with the performance of the next track here. Sarniezz. Well, hopefully that's pronounced correctly. Of course, I'm live on KEXP performance here. Hope that you guys are enjoying the track down, listening to the band. We're listening to this. This was sponsored and suggested by Sylvain. I appreciate it, Sylvain. Thank you so much for the recommendation and for the support. I'm having a great time listening to the band. I think the last song was Sherpa. I think was we only listened to two. That would be the second. I like that a lot. So I'm quite curious to see how this particular track stacks up with the rest that we've listened to. As always, hope you guys are doing well. We'll go ahead and let it ride. We'll discuss it a little bit afterwards. That's all I got to say. Let's enjoy.
Les avantages qu'apporte ce mode de construction. Par exemple, son confort thermique. La maison reste fraîche en été et garde la chaleur l'hiver.
Gong-like funk. I like it. Ooh, nice little hi-hat fill. Pattern. Speed now. That's when his nose starts going. Nose is flopping, he ain't stopping. Nice little tom fill though too. how they included that in. With that drum fill. Set up that bass line really nice. You gotta love when they take you into overdrive. Very nice. Very sleek. Okay. All right. I'm not a guitarist, so I can't speak very much when it comes to the guitarist there, even though obviously he's got skill. That's undeniable. I do want to talk about the drummer on this track, though. He's doing a lot of really nice things with the drum fills specifically throughout this track. From the beginning, when they kind of open up with the verse, I guess you would say if you want to, in the opening, I love how he switches into those hi-hat fills really nicely, hitting onto 16th notes right there within that. And it's just a really tight, kind of funky intro to the track. It kind of starts off very bass-led, and eventually the guitars to follow. But I like that. It kind of starts off on a different foot. And then, of course, the guitar comes in, exploring those microtonal capacities and, touching the edges of that particular sphere. And while I don't completely understand exactly what is involved in that, sounds cool to me. That's all that matters at the end of the day. You define it how you need to, but it sounds cool to me. As I mentioned before, I know that's like you guys have said that they've been inspired by Gentle Giant. I hear Gong, I hear Discipline era King Crimson and Fripp, and it works very well to what they're doing when they put down these very tight jams, in which they start off with, kind of at a certain point, and then like a Sherpa guiding you up Everest in Nepal, they bring you up the mountain. It starts off relatively calm, for lack of a better word, and then they bring you into that frenzy in which you're feeling like a fish in a pond, like when you see the fish and you drop in like the food and they all come up, the videos I'm talking about. Okay, but the drummer, like I said, the fills he really gets in on this particular track, and not only the hi-hat during that first section, but even throughout the song, there's that standout moment where you hear them using the vocoder. You guys have said they have microphones under their mask and such, so I'm imagining that's what he's doing. He's speaking in there, and the way that he speaks alongside of that drum fill is just a really, really great standout moment. And of course, that leads into that overdrive point where, like I said, that nose is flopping. He ain't stopping. Just a really, really great moment there in the track, and the ending drum fill as well. A nice way to satisfyingly cut off the song and end this particular jam, which I really like the way that they perform, and I like the way that they bring everything together. Obviously, the use of loops gives it a more full sound, as the guitarist can, not only perform guitar and bass, but solo on top of that, playing rhythm, lead, and adding in different effects and such that kind of take the place as well of like keys and synths and things. And they make a great use of that without it becoming overbearing, without it sounding like a convenient crutch in a sense. It's just a really cool tool, and I love when bands and artists use it to that effect, because I think looping is so cool. And I mentioned in the previous video, but watching his feats and how he's turning the knobs and perfectly hitting those buttons at those particular moments, I think is very impressive, just from a technical standpoint, just to be able to keep on playing and doing that and keeping the concentration of, okay, what needs to happen next? How do I overlap this section with this? How do we transition from A to B while still overlapping and sustaining certain things from A? It's just all very well done. And in my opinion, continually impressive. This was another really cool track from the band, from Angine. Did I already forget how to say it? Angine de Poitrine. My French. It's not. It's no bon. Non bon. Is that? Would I say no? Not good. You know what? Let's quit while we're ahead. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Hope that you enjoyed, of course, the music and the performance first and foremost. Sylvain, thank you so much for the suggestion and for the support as well. I truly appreciate that. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you stopping by. Come back tomorrow. Au revoir. Bye.